Hello and welcome to TVC News. We begin in Anambra State, where a panel of inquiry set up by the state government to look into the controversy surrounding the JAMB results of Mmesoma has confirmed that the manipulated unified tertiary matriculation examination result, giving ourselves a score of 362 as against actual score of 249. The committee, in its 8-page report, said that the students of Anglican Girls Secondary School in Nnewi admitted that she manipulated fake results herself using her phone. The panel recommended that Mmesoma tenders an unreserved written apology to the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board, the school, Anglican Girls Secondary School, Uruagu, Nnewi, and the Anambra State government. The report also suggesting that Mmesoma should undergo a psychological counseling and therapy. It will be recalled that JAMB recently dissociated itself from the figure Ms. Mmesoma is parading, insisted the result and the result sheet did not emanate from the examination board, hence a 3-year ban from participating in the examination. The father of the girl spoke to TVC News during the week, stating that her daughter has no hands in the result manipulation.
Yeah, I'm just telling the world to help out in this because what JAMB did to my daughter is not good. Instead of them to give that girl award, they took her effort to another person. It's unfair. The girl is not happy, and we are not happy. 2 months ago, my daughter was trending every year. They didn't challenge the result over 2 months ago because they are working on her to pull her down. I'm just telling them to release my daughter's result. They shouldn't hijack my result to another person. Is my daughter working in JAMB office to forge her result?
Now, for more on this development, I'm being joined by public affairs analyst Chukwuma Okinwa. Thanks for joining us on the news, Mr. Chukwuma.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Now, the report commended JAMB for doing a diligent job. Do you agree that this will restore some confidence in government institutions, including JAMB, looking at the controversy surrounding this issue?
Honestly, it is commendable. You know, when you come in a nation where individuals can challenge institutions, it actually tells you to what extent previous compromises may have made such institutions an object to even be interrogated. I mean, for a young girl like that to dare to question the integrity of JAMB that has been there, perhaps even before the parents got married, you know, tells you a whole lot that there is actually a need beyond all that is happening now for Nigerians at all levels to begin to look within and ask ourselves, why did we actually come to this particular point where, like individuals, not just in our own case, we've also seen cases of like people trying to like challenge institutional integrities of these particular platforms established by the law and the public interest. But I think it's commendable, better than never. JAMB have, of course, was able to look into it exhaustively. And I also want to commend the Nigerians and Anambra State government at all, government at all levels, giving this the deserving attention it needs. Not just because it involves like a small gear, but of course, this has to do with a platform that manages the admission process. And when there's no credibility, then certainly many more Nigerians could be disenfranchised and disadvantaged through a process that is not fair.
All right, another worrying dimension this matter created is the ethnic sentiment. Do you think lessons are learned in this area, Mr. Chukwuma?
Yeah, certainly. Lessons are certainly learned, and this, of course, should not be an eye-opener to every Nigerian that before you judge, yes, but then also one of the things I want to say, because like issues of sentiment, ethnic sentiment coming up is that over the years as a nation and previous decades, we've always used like sentiments as a way to like excuse the common challenges of corruption, of bad governance that Nigerians have excused at all levels. So when people cannot defend themselves, the next thing to begin to whip is ethnic sentiment. But we must begin to realize that what we have together as a nation and our common survival, common progress should be far esteemed than whatever things that tend to keep us apart and tends to blind our sense of judgment when issues of objectivity, comes up for us to apply objectivity rather than being subjective.
Yeah, another issue I would like you to talk to us about is, do you subscribe to an opinion that the cash donation to Mmesoma should be retrieved beyond mere apology?
Well, as per that particular thing, yes. Of course, what will now be there, like in looking at it in two ways. If the government could say, well, let's retrieve this particular cash, and let's also demand for the account of all those that donated these monies for it to be returned. Because another thing we've seen, like in previous times, is maybe when such monies could be actually maybe collected from the beneficiary, and at the end of the day, the people that donated those money, the monies are not returned to them. But I think that is what is also reasonably expected. So the monies, because it's not deserving, they gave out the money in error. So now that the truth has been discovered, it should be recovered. That's part of justice, so that you don't have the situation of someone even thinking of doing that the next time and saying that perhaps I could get the money benefits, and after all, even when they discover, perhaps I've gained two things, the popularity and of course the fundings. I could just come up and say, I'm sorry and apologize. I mean, as a nation, we should go beyond just apologies, because that does not strengthen the integrity of our institutions.
Now, Mr. Chukwuma, what in your opinion do you think would be the recommended penalty for this kind of offense?
Well, I think I want to align my thoughts with, the policy of the JAMB, as a body. I mean, like in matters like this, Mmesoma is not alone to herself, neither the JAMB as an institution. There's already like a clearly laid down rule for such situations and what should happen. And JAMB having reviewed that and say, well, part of it would be to to ban her from writing the examination. I think it's deserving, right? So that should also serve as a deterrent and also give her enough time, like as Anambra state government, even recommended a psychological analysis to check the mental health, maybe give her all of those time to really brainstorm what could ever make me, with my intelligence, with my bright future, to begin to think of forgery at this particular age. I mean, it's uncalled for. And this will also be like an opportunity before the nation to demonstrate to young minds the gravity of this, of forgery, right? Because I am sure that many young Nigerians are not really aware. Some of them may even see that just all about being smart, right? I mean, a young smart Nigerian that we come up to as smart those that have been smart before now. So this is an opportunity for us to prove to young Nigerians that forgery should not be contemplated by any young Nigerian that believe in a bright future.
All right, it's good to have you on, Mr. Chukwuma, on this issue. Thank you for sharing your thoughts with us.
Thank you.